extra strength, so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we
Yo, we are back, episode 61 of them things, brother. 61 of the Not the Same podcast sports show, hosted by this one word, C-Micah, and that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem.
Yeah, man.
Fresh off of vacation, not, we explain again, we had our wives with us. That is the debate part for you wondering one words. And let me pause right there, brother. If you was wondering, what is wrong with you? Neither one of us tossing out none of them vibes, fam. I'm just saying.
No. Hey. He ain't lying.
Yeah, he really ain't lying.
Oh man, what up, D?
What's up, D? Good to see you, sis.
Let's get it started, man. Before we get canceled, before we even get back.
All right. Why is this looking that way? Anyway,
I don't know, but we you popped it up there twice again. Then what up, D? And welcome to the Not the Same podcast. I'm just gonna keep talking, brother. Until we get it together. There we go.
Yes, welcome to the Not the Same podcast. We're glad to be back with you. If you are watching us exclusively, not on YouTube, but on YouTube exclusively. Not on Twitter, but on Twitter exclusively. Not on Facebook, but on Facebook tonight. Please do us a favor, do us a solid and do what you see on the screen right now. Number one, hit that like button. While you liking, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you subscribing, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you will know whenever we are live on the Not the Same podcast. Miss G, Crockett and Tubbs back in the building. Thank God.
Hit us with the Miami Vice.
Thank God the cartel showed mercy on you. Hey, brother, it was some places we decided not to go. Jesus. Trust me, fam. Listen, hey, I believe in grace, but I don't be trying to get no extra grace, brother. Don't be doing too much.
Right. Yeah, but we had a good time, man. Now we here, so you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. We want to give a shout out to our rebroadcasters, man. The Takeover 520 Collective, His Hop Radio Network / Podcast Network, RYC Praise News. Who else? Praise 365, Parable Radio. I think I left them off last night, but I'm giving you your love tonight, my guy. And our MTMV fam, which we got some good news for our brother Rick Sincere coming up. As far as some draft picks, but we'll get into that as we get into this What's Poppin'.
Yes, sir. So, without further ado, man, we ain't gonna hold up, man. Hey, y'all better come on up in here because we rolling. We do not be late. We ain't with that late stuff. So, with your late self, I got a question for your late self. Somebody tell me what's poppin'. All right. What is poppin'? So much stuff is going on in the NFL. That's one of the biggest sports in the world, and there's a lot going on. Number one, the GOAT. Quarterback GOAT Tom Brady retires, man.
Yeah,
what you think about that, brother? Again.
Again. But
gotta put that caveat out there. It is
again. I think this may be for real because he lost a lot going back. I know it's more to it, but my man basically lost his whole family coming back to play another year to basically fumble into the playoffs because he was in the sorry division. You dig what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about it, bro.
If he stays retired, it seemed like he was kind of serious about that. That other one didn't seem like a very sincere retirement because he didn't even announce it himself. Somebody else kind of leaked that joint. It was around the same time last year, actually. And then he decided to come back. You know, like Rob mentioned, he has a lot of this turmoil going on with his family and blah, 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 blah. After all that, brother, I think he may be done, man. Hey, salute to a great career, man. He's one of the best to ever do it. I hope he don't come back, honestly. Hey, man, stay retired, man. Go live your life. You got a big check waiting for you for, I believe it's on Fox Sports. You know what I'm saying? Go on and holler at them, man. Quit playing. You know what I mean? Go get your bread, brother. Quit playing. But other than that, man, hey, cheers to you, brother.
Yeah. Cheers to you, man. And long. Probably the best to ever do it, in my opinion, man. I mean, he the GOAT, period. If y'all want to argue that, we'll argue later.
All right, next up with some NFL stuff, man. Sean Payton former head coach of the New Orleans Saints, is now hired for the Denver Broncos. Van will be happy about that, I'm sure.
Yeah,
To take over and help Mr. Russell Wilson, who looked like pure the Oscar the Grass trash this year.
Yeah,
and
man.
also the Texans hire. Hold on, I got something for this. The Texans hire once again another black coach.
Yeah,
and you know
man.
what's gonna happen again? Sorry, bro. It's gonna be up
You
out
get one
there.
season. That's all you're getting, bro. One season.
You get one opportunity.
But
just
you get one. You got one job. Make the playoffs. Because if you don't,
and I'm so sorry, man. I wanted to work for this brother, man. But if you know that the place that's about to employ you has fired 2 people that look like you, why you think it's gonna be better for you, my guy? I'm just saying, bro.
But they consistent. You know, they did 3 straight years of brothers, and then they could be like, you know what? Now we can go get who we really want. But if Fox giving him 375, if he wins, I think he'll have a little more grace. He'll have grace to make it to the next season. You dig what I'm saying? So unfortunately, black coaches seem to be on this season to season type contract. Even though their contracts say 3 or 4 years, that's subject to change. You dig what I'm saying?
Mr. G say, he a former alumni. He gonna get an extra season. All right, then. Let's hope so.
There it is. If y'all don't know who he is a Texas. He's the Texans' former linebacker coach. So he does have rapport with the team. He has rapport with the organization. He knows what's going on. Before we move on to the next hire, I do want to talk about this Sean Payton thing. Check this out. Denver gave up their 2023 first round pick via the 49ers this year, 2023. So they'll get the New Orleans to get the 30th pick in this year's draft. Then let me tell you what Denver did. They was gangster.
Okay.
In a previous trade, they gave up a 2024, I believe, second round pick, and only thing Denver said was, here, take y'all pick back, and then we'll give y'all another 2024 third-round pick and bring Peyton over. So our boy Rick Sincere will probably be happy because they got some draft picks out of this one for the next couple of seasons. Maybe they can go find them a quarterback since they're not too sold on Winston, or maybe go grab Garoppolo or somebody like that and get your offensive line and you do something like that because Garoppolo is an unrestricted free agent this year.
The next hire in the NFL, the Panthers hired Frank Reich, formerly the coach of the Indianapolis Colts. He was replaced by Jeff Saturday.
Yeah.
Jeff Saturday won one game.
But
go ahead. Your thoughts, sir?
Yeah. Panthers, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you – like, I don't get it. He got fired in the middle of the season. Now, we don't know all the nuances and behind the scenes of why he got fired or why he lost the players. But I did read a report earlier today that said he could possibly be bringing 4 free agents that the Colts have coming up to the Panthers. So the head office may not like the guy. But if these players come over and follow him to Carolina, then that may say something about the type of coach he truly is. You know what I mean?
We'll see, man. I think the NFL is famous for retreads. They love to retread. They actually had a brother that came in as the interim coach, and he got them to playing very well. And they should have gave him, just like my man Mr. G, he said, if I can get it out, they should have gave Wilkes the job. Wilkes had them guys playing good, had them believing, and they chose a loser of a coach. Not saying Frank Reich is a bad coach. He was actually good before, but he had the dumb thought that he can make Carson Wentz good, and that was the end of his career. And that was the end of Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? Because he had this dumb thought, well, I can make him good. No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So they should have gave it to Wilkes, man. I agree with Mr. G.
Yeah. Wilkes should have got it, but you know, this is what happens. But moving right along.
The first black figure skating winner in 35 years. Who is this young lady, brother?
Man, 21-year-old. Shout out to 21-year-old Star Andrews. She actually medaled. She took the silver medal, became the first black woman to medal in the U.S. figure skating since 1988. This is a big accomplishment. And the reason this is a big accomplishment, in my opinion, because it gives young black girls another outlet that can show, hey, you don't have to just do gymnastics or softball or this. You can open up your eyes and do whatever you want to do in the sports world. And this young lady has shown it. 21 years old. Give her a clap, man, because this is history, and this is history being made. So let's give her for our Andrews to clap. Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So we just want to give her flowers, man, because that's something big right there. It hasn't been done since 1988. So, yes, that is a big deal.
Big salute, big salute. Top 10 men's and women's college basketball. Let's get it, brother.
Right. We're going to wrap this on up with the What's Poppin' Top 10. I've been telling y'all, I'm telling you, plug in. Y'all got a week, plug into NCAA basketball, both men and women's side. They are balling from LSU to Purdue. It's crazy. But starting with the men, number 1, Purdue. Number 2, Tennessee. Houston, number 3, Alabama. Number 4, Arizona. 6, Virginia is Arizona is 5. Virginia's number 6. Kansas State, who lost last night to Kansas, they lost, but they're number 7 currently. That's about to drop. Number 8, Kansas, they won. UCLA number 9, and wrapping it all up, number 10, Texas. Look, shout out to Texas for getting through this adversity, dealing with a coach who choked out his fiance. He gets fired, and this team is still staying focused and lasered in. You know, they tuned in, and they still in the top 10 rankings. So shout out to Texas and those young men for staying focused and keeping the main thing, which is ball.
Yes,
over on the women's side, number 1, South Carolina. There's no secret about that. Number 2, Stanford. But I'm going to tell you the shocker. LSU is getting ready to be a problem coming into March. Okay. LSU is number 3 now in the country, and they are playing ball. So y'all watch out for LSU on the women's side. Number 4 is Indiana. UConn's number 5. Iowa, number 6, Utah, number 7, Maryland, number 8, and 9 and 10 is Notre Dame and Ohio State on the women's side. And that wraps up your top 10, because I ain't got time to go through all 25 teams. Duke ain't in it anyway. And we just going to get y'all the top 10, and that's just how I feel about it.
Little joke, my wife, he says, I fell so many times at the Mall of Memphis ice skating ring. You would be surprised. In Memphis, we had an ice skating ring. And all the hood folks used to go there, and we knew doggone well nobody watched hockey, and nobody knew how to ice skate, but everybody get out there and try to ice skate.
It was fun, man. I've been ice skating a couple times. It's actually fun. It's like rollerblading, and it's cool, man. It's cool.
No,
but
I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying the Mall of Memphis don't exist no more, so let that breathe.
Yeah. That was downtown, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it's in the middle of the city. But
okay.
On to the Soapbox Segment.
Soapbox.
All right, this here is our Soapbox Segment where me and Rob go in on particular topics for 2 minutes on whatever we decide to talk about. Normally, I go in. AT, the scribe, brother. I had to pause my whole soliloquy for you.
Bro.
What it is, brother? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
All right, this is our Soapbox Segment where me and Rob go in on particular subjects for 2 minutes. Normally, I go in on real life subjects, and Rob normally goes in on sports. Sometimes we switch it up. What's going to happen today? I do not know. But with that being said, I always let my brother Rob go first. My guy, is you ready?
Of course, man. And I'm going to keep it on the sports topic. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Man, free agency is something that is big in all professional sports. You got NFL, they do a whole countdown on NFL Countdown. The NBA talks about their free agency. MLB is real big because you see these ungodly contracts for people to just get a splinter and sit down half the season. NHL, they got their free agency. And even the portal pool in the NCAA has become this free agency thing. If you don't believe me, check out Prime, Colorado, and all these people jumping in the portal pools to get to these different schools. With all that being said, I want to shout out the WNBA, man, for starting to give the ladies their flowers. And they did a whole show today. It started at 4 o'clock our time, and they did a whole show that took place on ESPN2 talking about the top 15 free agents, players like Breonna Stewart up in Seattle. Yes, I do watch the WNBA. Breonna Jones, Brittany Griner, just to name a few, and some of the biggest predictions on where these people going. Now, Candace Parker was on there, but Candace Parker just signed with the Aces. So I feel like this is a step in the right direction for the WNBA to grab a new fan base and at least maybe equality when it comes to pay for overseas ball for when it comes to these females, because a lot of them Brittany got into that situation. Say what you want to say. If she was getting paid the proper money, she wouldn't have had to go over there in the first place. You dig what I'm saying? So I just feel like this is a step in the in the right direction. This is the bottom line, man. Candace Parker going to the Aces is something big, because now we're starting to see free agency. Look, I got some pull. I can go where I want to go. I done won 2 championships. Now I can go play with Becky Hammond and some of these other folks. And the league is starting to shape where it's going to be parity, and you're not going to see the same teams winning. You know what I mean? So you got like a Guma K. She's a free agent. My point is this. It's time for the WNBA to capitalize. You gave a whole special. People are starting to make moves, and this is good for the league if you start paying these women what they're worth on the court. I'm not saying NBA salaries. Right. I'm just saying what they're worth on the court so they don't have to go overseas to try to make a living.
And also, Brandon Stewart from the Seattle Storm ended up going to the New York Liberty. She also moved, and she was like a 2-time championship winner as well. Hey, WNBA doing something different this year.
That's big, bro. That's
very,
big.
very big. Because they with that Sabrina Ionescu girl, the point guard who's real nice. And the other big girl she's not a big girl. She's a tall girl. That's what I mean. I can't remember her name. She played for the team that lost in the championship last year. Connecticut Sun. The dark-skinned chick.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
She went over there to the Liberty, too. All right, my soapbox tonight is this. If you have been in the Midwest or the South right now, you have been dealing with this thing called snow, right? We've been having snow the last couple of days here in St. Louis. We've been having snow. My people in Memphis are dealing with a little bit of ice, and a lot of people can deal with snow, but the equalizer, it doesn't matter if you're in New York, Montana, whatever. When that ice come down, it don't matter what type of vehicle you have. It don't matter how many, 4-wheel, 6-wheel, 25-wheel, or whatever. That ice is undefeated, fam. And my soapbox is on this. Anybody that has an SUV and feel like you are invincible because you have an SUV, it is lies. You are not invincible. You do not defeat ice. Nobody defeats ice. You know what I'm saying? Here's a rhema word for you people that's driving in the snow and think you can still drive like you do over there right by the airport when you get past the airport going towards North County where everybody started driving like a bat out of Hades. Slow down, fam. I saw like 3 accidents in a parking lot, bruh. Why are you trying to swerve fast in a parking lot that's full of ice? How dumb are you? Right? And number one, why is you swerving in a parking lot? Why is you driving so fast in a parking lot? Like, bro, I do not get it. I understand when people feel good about their car, they want to flex on a little bit. Yeah, let me hear the brrr real quick. Okay, in the ice, bro. Effects, bro. Yeah. But in the ice, bro, you trying to rev the dualies in the ice? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. What happens is wrecks, bro. The other morning when we had all the ice, what was it, Monday morning? When we woke up that morning, we got shocked, right? On the way to the airport, bro, I saw at least 20 cars in ditches. At least 20. At least. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. And it's not because the weather is so bad. It's because you dummies would not slow down. Bruh, slow down. Please. Save us. Save me. Save yourself.
Yo,
we're gonna do something different, man, because everybody talking in the chat. Let's see. Miss G said, yes, it does. Me and my sled dogs don't worry about ice. Okay, you in Canada.
I almost believe he got some sled dogs. I believe you,
bro. Hagen said, big bro, you remember my homeboy Dorian? He really had a bad accident in this ice thing in this big rig. We don't know if bro will walk again. Say a prayer for him. See, hey, prayers up to that guy, man. For
definitely,
real,
man.
And then AT the Scribe say, not sure why folks think ice is rain and snow is mud. You gonna bust your head to the white meat messing with this weather. This is facts. And on that note,
facts.
Let's get to the Bay Fuse segment. Prayers up to Dorian. Prayers up to Dorian for real, man. We didn't want to just slide over that, man. I pray God to be with him during this time and help him recover quickly in the name of Jesus. All right, this is our Debate Fuse segment where me and Rob go back and forth over particular subjects for about 5 minutes. It's like this. You got a time look like this. When it's over, you hear a buzzer that sounds like this. Our first subject today, as normal, NFL week playoff impressed and depressed. There was only 2 games this weekend. What impressed you, brother, and what depressed you? Let's go with impressed. First game, Bengals Chiefs. What you thinking, bro?
What I was impressed about was the entire game. You know what I mean? I was impressed about that. That was a playoff game.
Yeah, man.
was a playoff game. And what I
Yeah,
mean
man.
by that is a lot of times we get these blowouts, and we'll get to the NFC in a minute. But then
Yeah.
on the AFC side, I was impressed with the game as a whole. My
Yeah.
depress comes from them referees and my man not realizing one word. What is you touching the quarterback for and he running out of bounds?
Yes.
You blew it.
Yeah.
That's my depress.
I got more to say on him, but he gonna be something else a little bit later in the show. But yeah, you was a dummy, right? But what I was impressed with, although they lost, is Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is a beast.
Joe
He is
cool,
one.
bro.
He is one of the top notch quarterbacks right now. Because listen, the Chiefs can be happy they won, but look, bro, y'all didn't stump them. No, if that play would have worked out the way it supposed to, where they had to kick a punt it back to Joe Burrow, they would have went to overtime, and I think they would have lost because I think he is that good. They offensive line is pure D trash, and he is still winning. He don't even have a good line yet, bro.
Nope.
Joe Burrow is something different, man. He is something different.
He is impressed.
Yeah,
What
my
about
my depressed, man, like you said, man, the refs, man. Like I don't like refs deciding games. You know what I'm saying? And I heard somebody present this the other day. I think it was on a podcast or something about changing up the degrees of roughing the passer calls, right? Because every roughing the passer call is not that high level roughing the passer. You feel what I mean? Like, so if there's a roughing the passer call where the man is charging towards him and he's trying to pull up, but he accidentally hit him, that's not the same as him head hunching him, right? So maybe a 5-yard penalty instead of a 15-yard joint that basically wrapped up the game for the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Now, listen, what old boy did out of bounds, bro, you out of bounds and your teammate is right there like, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to show a video of it a little bit later. So that's different. But I'm saying like these hits where the guy's running, he's pulling up and he accidentally hit his head. He's not trying to hurt him. Shouldn't be the same type of penalty, I think, as for somebody really trying to hurt the quarterback. I think they need to investigate that, but that's just my opinion. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that, man. Moving over to the NFC is what I was impressed about. Listen, I'm impressed with Purdy. Yes, fly Eagles fly. First of all, hey, to my little bro Hagens,
salute
you
to
on
Hagens.
here, salute. The Eagles are going. He been fly Eagles fly. He is not a bandwagon fan. He's been a fan since
he's been saying it since day one this season.
This season and before that season, and I know the one word off air, even them seasons too. So, so with that all being said, shout out to Purdy, man. Let me tell you something. Man. This man elbow, just let's just say he got a broken elbow. Like he out. You dig what I'm saying? The fourth string quarterback comes in. This one word gets scared, and all of a sudden got a concussion. You know what I'm saying? He can't even hand the ball off right. And Purdy comes out of his sling. And plays the rest of this game. That showed heart. That showed determination. And that's what I was impressed about because this game was only a blowout because Purdy, in my opinion, got hurt. If you don't have a hurt quarterback, I think the Eagles win, but I think it would have been a lot more closer. So shout out to Purdy, man, for showing heart and going back in there with a broke elbow and still doing his thing.
Yeah, I think even a decent quarterback would have had them playing a little bit better because San Francisco is very, very good, as well as Philadelphia. Philadelphia definitely deserved to win, and I thought they would win, but I thought it would be much more of a fight because Purdy, I think he should be their starting quarterback when he gets back off of injury reserve next year because they found it, and whoever Trey Lance, sorry, fam, you know, they're going to trade you, try to get some more picks or something. It didn't work out. The depress in that game was that Purdy got hurt. That's what depressed me, man, because I wanted to see a good game just like the other game we watched. That's what I wanted to see, and I felt like it was unmatched, and the Eagles took advantage of it, as they should, and got that dub. They supposed to stomp them and go and get to the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying it was a cheap win for the Eagles. I'm just saying I wish they could have been – Purdy could have been there and would have had a more challenging game. You know what I'm saying? But the Eagles going to be rested this week. They're going to really be rested because everybody going to be off injury reserve because they stomped them boys. Go ahead, bro.
I will say this, though. The Eagles was ranked number 2 in defense this season, and it showed it. And in the playoffs, they've been ranked number 1. So number 2 in the regular season, number 1 in the playoffs. So the defense of the Eagles, let me tell you something. They ain't nothing to sneeze at. So
that's right.
But shout out to the Chiefs. Shout out to the Eagles. Super Bowl is set. We'll give our predictions in a minute.
All right. On to the NBA. NBA impress, depress. Let's get it, brother. What you impressed with in the Western Conference?
In the Western Conference.
I forgot.
Yeah, there we go. In the Western Conference, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That YMCA MVP, three-time NBA MVP Jokic
Yes, sir.
in the Denver Nuggets. I'm
Yes,
gonna tell y'all something, man. Y'all get ready. Old boy's get ready to go three-peat. He's gonna win 3 straight MVPs.
Yes, sir.
And Denver is gonna make some noise. That I'm impressed with Denver flat out, and I don't care what anybody has to say.
Yes.
They are balling right now. You dig what I'm saying?
I'm going to say somebody, I don't like this team, but I've been impressed with them lately is the Lakers. They've been playing better. You know what I'm saying? I am not a Lakers fan at all, and I don't think they're going to win absolutely nothing playoff-wise, but they have been playing much better, and that Rui Hachimura trade has helped them, I believe.
Yeah,
and,
it's going
I think they can mess around getting the play-in.
Yeah, it's going to.
Excuse me. Yeah, so go ahead, bro.
No, I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty good for the Lakers, man. But deep press, who you got for the West?
The Houston Rockets, bro, are 12-38, and it's just not a well put together squad. I looked at this whole entire roster, bro. Jalen Green and Kevin Porter are basically in the same position, same type player, and they need to make some moves, bro. Like they was talking about getting rid of Eric Gordon, like he the problem. No, you got 2 young guys in Green and Porter. And one of them got to go. If you don't think look, hey, liken it up on Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. Sexton had to go. And look how they playing. You dig what I'm saying? And this is what's going to have to happen. And 12 games, fam. Yeah. That team, go anybody, if you get an opportunity, go and look at the Houston's Rockets roster. It makes absolutely no sense. Folks, bro.
I heard a noise in there to make sure it was my wife, brother. I had to pull out that thing. I ain't got nothing, but I was going to find something. But nah, man, I am depressed. Yeah, my depressed in the West are the New Orleans Pelicans. And this is why. They have literally won 9 games in a row. 9 games in a row. Now, nobody has talked about that in what my almost soapbox was. I told you about it. I ain't do it today. I'm going to hold my peace. But it's funny I ain't heard nobody talk about that. But my team lose a couple of games, it's like the world falling off. It's just like the world blowing up and they losing. But anyway, they lost literally 9 games in a row, fam. That's not good. All right.
And my boy ain't playing. And my boy ain't playing.
The Brady dude,
Brandon
he's
Ingram.
back. He's back. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be losing that many. They got a talented team. I like their team. They got a lot of talent. All right, on the East, impress.
I know these are obvious, folks, but hey, it is what it is. The Bucks have won 7 of their last 10 games. They're currently on a 5-game winning streak. And let me tell y'all something. Giannis, if Jokic wasn't around, I might be looking at Giannis as MVP right now. I think Embiid is truly number 2. Embiid is balling. But I'm impressed with the Bucks right now. Giannis, Holiday, and my Duke alum, Grayson Allen, has been balling. Anytime I can say Duke, I'm going to throw it in there. Forget what anybody, especially, man, forget anybody that's got something to say about the Duke Blue Devils. But that's my impress.
My impress on the East are the Philadelphia 76ers. They have been balling. They've been playing very good. They have a very balanced team. Embiid made Jokic look very bad this weekend. Like, made him look like a little dude. He really little dude him. And Jokic didn't come up to the fight for that. And respect. Embiid is a beast. You know what I mean? He's really a beast.
47 on him, boy.
Yeah, they starting 5 is very, very good. Their former player for my Memphis Grizzlies that got into their starting 5, DeAnthony Melton. They got a very good, balanced team. Tyrese Maxey is coming off the bench right now. Maxey is a starter-level player. They got a starter-level player coming off the bench, kind of like Ginobili back in the day, how the Spurs used to do it. They're going to be a good team. Do I think they're going to win something?
No.
I'm sorry. Hey, and my homie Wilders, if you're watching, I'm sorry, bro. All right, depressed in the East.
Hey, after we do this depress, I want to go to some of these comments. Depressed in the East, just like the Rockets of the West, I'm going with the Pistons, man. They just a disappointing squad all the way around. And with Cade Cunningham going out, it has hurt them. Sadiq Bey not doing anything. Just when they got rid of Grant and sent him to Portland, because they should have had a Grant Cunningham type thing going on, and they just gave up on Grant and sent him out to Portland, like I said. And this is just a sorry squad, bro. Like, the Pistons are trash, bro. I hate to say
are.
it, but they are.
I'm depressed with the Atlanta Hawks because they should be good. They went all in on these players and went all in with DeJounte Murray. I don't think DeJounte Murray was ever worth – no hate to DeJounte Murray, but I never thought he was really worth being an all-star anyway. But he's a good player. And what up, Toy? Yeah, he's a good player and all that, but they should be better. They went all in, spent all their money on these vets and all that, and they just mid. Like Atlanta Hawks always be, is a very mid team. They was great one year when they had Budenholzer, the coach of the Bucks, and he took them. They had a number one and winning like 60 games and all that. Other than that, they was mid. They had a great playoffs run, and now they back to being mid because they cashed in on their young players too quick. They got rid of Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter is balling over there for the Sacramento Kings, who is number 3, I believe, in the West right now. So your guy that you thought was trash, that you shipped over there to Sacramento, he's number 3, and you barely holding on. It's bad, brother.
All right, says a lot.
What you want to see in the chat, brother?
Let's start up with AT describe his depressor is by LeBron trying to win in acting.
You know what, brother?
He ain't lying.
LeBron is tripping with it.
Hey, LeBron acting was worse than what he did in House Party. Do not waste y'all time to see that movie. Anyways, that was Dan Hagen said facts. They keep go ahead.
Yeah, they keep ending up in these close games is a problem. Need to figure out how to win and not leave it up to the refs. Yes. Then let's see. Grayson Allen ain't that dirty dude.
Yeah, that's the dirty dude. Yep, it is.
Yeah, he dirty, but he been playing clean for a moment. That's what's up. Yeah. Then Rivers coaching for his job. That's the coach of the 76ers. He probably is. This is true because he would lose in the playoffs very quickly.
He coaching. But I'm going to say this about Rivers, and Rivers will always have a job because he's a former player. The NBA looks out. They like a brotherhood, and they look out for their people. He's a former player, and this is not the NFL. So think about when Rivers had Lob City. Them boys should have won championships with an S. They should have went back to back, and they blew 6 games, up 4 games. I mean 3 games to none, and they blowing these type leads, and he still kept a job. Doc Rivers will always have a job, even though I feel like he's a mediocre coach, and that's just the truth to me. My opinion.
Mr. G coming for me saying C. Murray is an all-star. Yes, I was saying he's an undeserving all-star. His team that he made the all-star team on last year, which was the Spurs, was what you call trash. Shouldn't have been an all-star. I'm not saying he's not good. He's very good. He is an all-star level player, but I believe Trae Young is more of a premier player than he is, and Trae Young's playing bad too. But that's my opinion. I feel you, Mr. G. Moving right along, brother. Let's see.
Let's get it.
Because we got paused. We got distracted on that there.
We had to talk to our folks. It's been a week, bro.
Yeah, we had to talk to our folks. We've been on vacation. Do we really care? Do we really care if Aaron Rodgers returns or retires? I was going to say Tom Brady, but Tom Brady has actually retired now. So do we really care if Aaron Rodgers returns or retires? Mr. Davis, do you really care?
Short answer, nope, I don't. But because but at first it did say Brady, and until it's official and we start next season, it like you said, he was going to say Brady. Let me tell you something. Both Aaron Rodgers and Brady, and I know it says Rodgers, but I'm going to put their numbers up compared to some of these other quarterbacks. Okay. Both of their teams went 8-9 this season. Mm-hmm. Brady just so happened to be in a horrible Division South where 8-9 was good enough to, like I say, they fumbled their way into the playoffs, and the Cowboys kicked their tails right on back up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm going to say. Both of these quarterbacks, he's in his 17th season. In my opinion, now we just talking about Rodgers. He's holding this team hostage. Bottom line.
Yeah,
but
he is.
This was his stat line this year. 64%. He had 3,600 yards. He averaged 6 yards per pass, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 1 rush touchdown, and 8 fumbles. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. Any team in the NFL will take those type of numbers from Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Same thing for Brady. He played in all 17 games. He threw for 66%, 4,600 yards thrown, 25 touchdowns thrown, and only 9 picks. And he had 5 fumbles and 1 rush touchdown. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, the stats that they have, I don't care if they come back. Look, your time is over with. You dig what I'm saying? You've done great things. Now be great and keep talking on the podcast. That's my opinion.
Number one, I totally agree with you that Aaron Rodgers is holding that team hostage. Let them go. Give them free. Give them free. You know what I'm saying? Let them people be free, fam. You know what I mean? Because here's the point, man. This is where I was done with Rodgers. I say this man is done. You could have went to the playoffs and you lost to the Detroit Lions. Look, listen. No hate to the Detroit Lions. I respect them. They fought. They knew they weren't going to the playoffs, but they said, since we ain't going, they ain't going. But, dog, you couldn't beat the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions wasn't fully ready to go. You done, fam. Stop playing with them. Go on. If you want to go to San Francisco, go on and go. Quit playing with them. Quit tying up all the money. And you know what he is? He's a drama king. You know, they say drama queen. He is a drama king. That man loved drama. He's even worse. He's worse than Brett Favre, man. We thought Brett Favre was bad because he was doing the same type of stuff. And he said, Roger sat there and looked at it and said, you know what? I'm going to do that when I'm done, too. And he's doing the exact same thing, except he's even worse. Go ahead, bro.
He's worse because he's in. So this is my theory about quarterbacks in Green Bay when they're successful. They get a God complex. There's nothing in Green Bay shuts down. Listen, we're in 2023, and on Sundays, Green Bay shuts down for the Packers. You know what I'm saying? It's different. And I believe they worship these quarterbacks so much, they get the God complex, and now they hold that organization hostage. And being that that's the bread and butter of Green Bay, the ownership don't care. We got a quarterback who's still putting butts in the seats. So therefore they let it happen, man. But Aaron Rodgers need to go sit down. Same way Brady same way Brady has said he getting ready to do.
Yeah, he need to do, man. I like Aaron Rodgers has been doing too much. He did the same thing last summer, the exact same thing. And like Hagan said, Aaron Rodgers is going to steal $12 million up from the food stamp office in Florida.
Hey, Brett Favre stole it and nothing happened to that man. But we ain't going to talk about that tonight.
We moved on and started looking. Everybody was getting on Kyrie at that time. We're not looking at him. Ain't that something? But anyway.
He stole millions.
Yeah, he stole millions.
All Kyrie did was put up a video.
Yeah, so honestly, man, to answer the question, man, I do not care. I do not care. I do not like the Packers. I do like Aaron Rodgers as a player. I don't like the way he carries himself, but he's not as good as he used to be. Go and wrap it up, man. And he's not Tom Brady. Tom Brady was like the beacon of health, right? Aaron Rodgers is not that. You know, discount double check. He don't be looking just super skinny on them commercials. You know what I mean? That he be putting that belt around the stomach. You know what I'm saying? He looking like us out there, discount double checking. You know what I mean? He's not the same. Like Brady is like 2% body fat and not eating no nightshades and broke down the science and had a plan to play the 45. That's not gonna happen for him, man. Go on and sit down.
It ain't. Hey, Brady's so different. This man had a Subway commercial promoting bread and don't even eat it. So I mean,
that's right. He don't eat bread. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna take that check though.
That's a goat.
Man. He is the GOAT. All right, next subject, last subject, and this is a very good one, man. Very, very good one. There are 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl for the first time. Does this debunk the myth? And what is the myth, Mr. Davis? What is the myth that they always say about black quarterbacks?
That black quarterbacks can't win. They're mobile. They don't have IQs. They're not pocket passers. They put all of these things on the black quarterback and say, you cannot build your franchise around black quarterback. You know what I mean? They say athletic quarterback or mobile quarterback, but it's
AKA
black quarterback.
That's right. AKA black.
Yeah, so that's what this one is. We definitely want y'all to chime in on this one.
Yes.
But this is Super Bowl history coming in. See, I'm going to let you start off, and then we're going to get at it.
Okay, first of all, do we really have 2 black quarterbacks, or do we have one?
Hey, look.
Because I'm saying Mahomes, now his daddy is black. I saw his daddy. His daddy black. But have you seen that man, baby? Did that man, baby, look black like that?
All I'm saying is, Mahomes' old dude is a one word, bruh. I almost made a special. After I saw his interview. Oh, that's black.
Oh, okay, that is a one word. That is a one word. Nah, man, honestly, do I think it debunked the myth? Yes, it debunks the myth because Patrick Mahomes is very intelligent, very, very smart, very, very calculated, but he's also athletic. Now, he runs. He looks so much like what's that dude on The Simpsons with the red hair? Man, I can't.
You're not talking about.
Bob,
Yeah,
son Bob.
you talking about Flanders, Ned?
No, not Ned Flanders.
No.
I can't remember, but he looked like it's not Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob?
Yeah, I think he looked like Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow
You ever
Bob.
see that man Rob? He got them little quick steps, but he moved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's a very, very good quarterback. But I want to give the most props to my man Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts, and I know Hagens will agree with this, has been downed ever since he was at Alabama.
Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, he transferred from Alabama to Oklahoma because they were saying, well, he can't be a good quarterback. He had a good year at Oklahoma. He got drafted by Philadelphia. He's played good. Everybody say he's not a good quarterback, but argue with your mama. My man is in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man.
When he was hurt for the last 3 to 4 weeks, they was not good. Yeah, Sideshow Bob. Thank you, D. Yeah. When he was hurt for the last 3 or 4 weeks, they weren't good. Everybody was like, they had Gardner Minshew in there, and they was like, oh, it's gonna be the same. It was not the same. It was and pun to our show, but it was not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So big salute to Jalen Hurts, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is why I want to say it debunks it. First of all, let's talk about there has only been 5 black quarterbacks to play in the Super Bowl, and next week when they do it, it's gonna be 6 black quarterbacks when you add Jalen Hurts, but have already played in the Super Bowl. Here's your 5 black quarterbacks that have done this, and they're 3-5 in the Super Bowl. Doug Williams of the Washington Redskins, Steve McNair of the Oilers at the time when they went. Well, was it the Oilers?
He might do.
No, it was the Titans. They was the Titans.
When they first
lost against the Rams. They lost against the Rams. Donovan McNabb, y'all remember that Super Bowl? Eagles.
For the Eagles.
Colin Kaepernick, yes. Yep. Let's take a deal and wear a fro. Y'all know him. And Russell Wilson, who we forgot about because he got stuck in the goodies and he ain't playing the way he used to play. You dig what I'm saying? But three
AT described, they made history. Two light-skinned quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. I'm going to call them 50%. I think Jalen Hurts full blood, though. I give it for Hurts.
Yeah, he just light-skinned. But with that being said, man, this is encouraging for who we still have out there. Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Trey Lance, Geno Smith, Justin Fields, shout out to D, Jameis Winston, I don't know, Dak Prescott. And this may stop some of the criticism that comes with the black quarterback, because all those quarterbacks I just named below had some with good seasons, others subpar when you look at Jameis Winston and all that.
I fully agree, man. I just think it is awesome. It's just awesome that black quarterbacks are doing their thing right now. They are good. And listen, I want to give all the props to Jalen Hurts, man. They poop emoji that man forever. That's the best way I can say it. They used to always get on boy head all the time. But he handled his business. He got them 2 Super Bowls, bro.
Win, lose, or draw, I'm going to tell you, it can't be no draw, but win or lose, Jalen Hurts made it to the bowl. He made it to history. He becomes the 6th black quarterback to do it. Why are we making that a big deal? Because in a league where black athletes can play every other position but the head position, then you got to really look at it, man. And I think it's exciting. Patrick Mahomes is something special. Jalen Hurts is something special. But this is what I'm going to say. Was this our last one, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say this real quick about this Super Bowl. Both of these squads was 14-3. In the regular season, the Chiefs was ranked number 1 in offense. Eagles was ranked number 3. Defensive-wise, Eagles was ranked number 2 in the regular season. The Chiefs was number 11. Now, in the playoffs, Chiefs was number 5 in offense. Eagles was number 7. But that defense was number 1 against the Chiefs ranked number 5 defense. So this Super Bowl should pan out to be a great Super Bowl as long as there's no foolery from the refs and no freak injuries to the players.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts may shock the world, man. Like, I know Mahomes is, one of the young GOATs or whatever, man, but that Philadelphia team is stacked. They are awesome. They are awesome, and Jalen Hurts is good, and people don't want to admit it, but that man is good. He proved himself. At the end of the day, he proved himself. It wasn't no fluke. He didn't banana peel his way to Super Bowl. No, they earned that, bro. They did.
They was a little rocky at the end, but they made it in. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get to the one word of the day before we get up out of here. This one word. No. Of the day. The one word of the day is Joseph Osai. Who is Joseph Osai? He was the one that hit Patrick Mahomes while he was out of bounds. And if you don't remember what happened, I got a video for it. And you want to see the video? This how it is. Let me find this right here.
Play it quick so these one words don't.
This is a late hit out of bounds on the play. This is a late hit out of bounds on the play.
It is crazy. My bad, we was muted. But yeah, it is crazy. He hit this man while he was literally out of bounds. And the Bengals are not going to Super Bowl because of that. I know I heard y'all arguing about that a little bit earlier in the chat. But at the end of the day, man, I know your momentum carries you, but you are a professional. And fam, yeah, I know it wasn't no sound at that point. Hey, y'all, you are a professional. At this point, man, you got to be able to hold it up because your team is not going to the Super Bowl. And you want to know how you know that he knew he was wrong? My man was crying.
Yeah.
He was inconsolable after that game because he knew he messed up. Go ahead, bro.
Now, it's unfortunate, but if your wide receiver can tightrope and toe catch and have the minds to keep his feet in bounds when he catches the ball as a defensive player, come on, man. Not only was you out of bounds, you was about 2-3 yards out of bounds when you decide to push this man.
That's
you know what I mean? And unfortunately, they're not going to the bowl.
Nope.
His teammate cursed him out all the way into the locker room. Yeah. But shout out to his teammate. He came back and said, yo, I handled this wrong. We family. I was caught up in emotions. And Joseph Osai, man, I hope, because folks get serious. I hope he don't have to go through the death threats and all that stuff, because they get serious when it come to Super Bowls and
I will
all
say
that.
this though, man. Can we normalize people actually having emotions? Why my man got to apologize because he snapped on you, bro? You messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if the shoe was on the other foot, somebody'd be jumping to him. Because listen, don't you think they get some different type of checks for going to the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, it's some bonuses.
You messing up
bro.
people money. You messing up people legacy on something, on a mental mistake. That's what that was, a mental breakdown. Mr. G says his teammate fault. I don't care who fault it was. Listen, I know, because that's what Mr. G was saying earlier, because the guy broke contain and he was out there and he felt like he had to do something. Whether or not, in my opinion, bruh, white line, that joint is big, a big, huge white line. You should know you can't do that, man. It's a mental mistake to me. It's a mental breakdown. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it is truly a mental breakdown. And like you just said, this is legacy zone. Let me tell you something. Dan Marino only made it to one Super Bowl, and he lost. And he thought he was going to get to another one. Yeah. No, it ain't that.
It ain't that easy, man.
These quarterbacks make it look – Brady has made it look so easy that it makes it look like it's easy to get back to the bowl. Guess what you're not going to have? You're going to have two different teams in the Super Bowl this year. You dig what I'm saying? Rams, them one words wasn't no hungover. They was drunk all season. They didn't even make the playoffs. And then you got Cincinnati, because of this, they can't go back to the Super Bowl. Right. There's no guarantee that you get back to the bowl.
No guarantee.
Just because you got a good squad. You dig what I'm saying? Last time Philadelphia been in the bowl, guess when it was? 2017. This 6 years later, they going to the back to the bowl. So it's not a guarantee you get in there. And that's teammate fault, containment, whatever. That man was out of bounds.
Out of bounds. It's a breakdown. It's a penalty at the most absolute worst time. And because of that penalty, I don't care who fault it was, y'all want words is at home watching the Super Bowl, just like me and Rob going to be at home watching the Super Bowl.
Unless you made the Pro Bowl and you can play flag football this year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Miss G said what Brady in the past did would never be done again. Of course not. No, it would never be done again.
That's why he's the GOAT.
And that's why he's the GOAT.
See, let me tell y'all something. Brady should have just retired after he won in Tampa Bay. That was the
first
perfect
one.
story.
That was the perfect
That was a perfect storybook ending.
Yep.
But his pride got into it. He didn't want to deal with his missus. So what you do, you stay away from home, and then you lose again. But that ain't what we talking about. We talking about this one word right now. Gotta throw the Pats in there. We understand you a Pat fan, but we talking about this one word.
We talking about Joseph Osai that messed around and kept the Bengals from going. It's his fault. You know what I mean? And he got to own it. But, man, I really think, too, though, I feel like as America, man, we don't have to always apologize for having emotion. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like
I agree with
basketball, football, competitive sports is sport. And it's going to be emotions, man. Like, as long as you don't call somebody out their name, brother, if you wrong, fam.
Yeah,
You need to hear about it. And you got to eat that like a man. You got to eat it. You got to take it and be like, yeah, you know what? I messed up. Yeah, you messed up. And, yeah, he going to be talking crazy to you for about 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or whenever. But he going to come back and say, yeah, my bad, bruh. But I don't think he got to make no public apology. If he ain't swang on him, what he publicly apologizing for?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Teammate fault. He got to own it. See, look, man. He scrambled. He scrambled. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
This
was almost the one word, literally the one word, because he almost said it during the game. Since you brought that up, D, how y'all feel about that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a Cowboys fan, and I always made jokes about Romo, but you know, there are some non-melanated people that get passes sometimes. Is Romo one of those guys where he get a pass? I'm gonna let you answer that, Rob. Y'all answer that in the chat. Do Romo get a pass?
If y'all don't know what we talking about, during the playoff game, Cincinnati and Kansas City, Romo is announcing. And he's saying, he's commentating, I'm sorry. And the guy goes around and he says, look, he got 3 defenders around him.
He almost said it.
Now, I think it was going to be GGAs because Romo seemed like he's the type that the players he played with allowed him to say it, or some of the cats, because it was too comfortable in that. He got 3, and it wasn't 3 black people. One of them was white, one of the defenders. So he said he got 3 defenders around him on the live broadcast. Do he get a pass? No, he don't get a pass. But I don't think he would have been canceled.
Yeah, my thoughts on does he get a pass?
No.
No. He don't get no pass to say that. Let's see. Scribe say, I was going to ask. I didn't hear about it until Shannon Sharp brought it up. Did he almost say it? Yes, he almost said it. D says, no, he don't get no pass. I agree. Hagen says, the way it almost rolled off his tongue, it was too smooth for me. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like okay, he say that regularly. You know what I'm saying? He almost like old Papa John's dude. Like, he can't help but say the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Papa John's dude, he said the N-word so much they had to have an N-word take over the company.
Right. Shaq, come in here, dog.
Shaq, let me let a real one word take over this company because I keep messing up.
Right. We're going to get the biggest one word we can find. So
the biggest one I can find, fam.
They found them. Look, you're going to be the spokesman.
Scribe said at least he caught it, though, but yeah, he would have got canceled.
I don't think he would have got canceled, man. Like, I really think football culture, the players, I think some players would have came out and be like, yo, man, Romo cool like that. Now, I just don't think he would have got canceled, bro. But he almost said it, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I never had a thought that Romo was cool with the brothers. I didn't know he was like, I could be wrong. I didn't know he was like cool with the brothers where he get a pass, dog. Like, I don't. The last person, Hagens, wasn't it somebody on the Eagles that got in trouble? Was it Riley Patterson, some dude that got in trouble for slick saying some stuff and their teammates had to go talk to him? I think it was somebody on Eagles about 5-6 years ago, back when Chip Kelly was the coach a while ago. And one of them players, I think it was the kicker or something talking. It was I don't know who it was. Some dude named Riley that got in trouble for a similar thing. I don't know. Maybe Romo would have got a pass because he was he's been with the Dallas Cowboys and everybody love Romo and he's a very good announcer. But you gotta be careful, fam.
That bug did slip off smooth, but he caught it. He caught it, bro.
I guess at least he caught it.
Yeah.
He played with Dez, so maybe he down. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all, I don't know if y'all watched the new Fresh Prince, and when he got to the new Bel Air, and them dudes was all comfortable, and Will's about to swing on some folks. That's how I feel. Like, nah, dog, this ain't cool. Nah, ain't nobody getting no passes over here. Yep, he got the pass though. Just got a slap on the wrist. He just would have got a slap on the wrist. Okay. D says he would have gotten cancer on social media. Media would have eaten him alive. That's what I think. Riley Cooper, thank you. Yep, Riley Cooper. He the one got in trouble. I think he was with the Eagles. Yep, and Riley was at a country music concert when the N-word flew out. When he flew the N-word out.
Now that y'all saying it, I'm starting to get it. Yeah, I remember now. But D, you talking about social media? Shoot, social media is the one laughing at it right now. If you think about it, like
I haven't heard nobody saying they offended about it. Everybody just see it as a joke.
Yeah, it's like, yo, check Romo out. Look what he almost said. Like, that's why I felt like what Hagan said.
Maybe it wouldn't have been so bad.
He would have got a slap on the wrist. You dig what I'm saying? So, but we don't know, but that ain't what we do.
But what we do know is this.
Have you ever thought, I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? Look, hit that like, notification, subscribe button, all that good stuff. We was gone for a week, but we back, one word. You dig what I'm saying? And we excited to be back. Also, you can do the Cash App sign, Cash. What is that? The Cash sign? Not the same podcast. Or you can go to the podcast.
Forget that, brother. A little rusty, man. Been on the beach for a couple of weeks.
Been on the beach. Yeah, what he said. And you can go to notthesamepodcast.com/support. The show is already uploaded from yesterday. This show is already uploaded and ready to go. So once YouTube releases it, it'll be on our website. And that's how you can support us on every other Tuesday and Wednesday. And remember, it's very important that you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button, because on Thursdays, we are exclusively on YouTube, so we don't get blacked out for playing, supporting CHH artists out here and trying to get y'all known to some of these artists that's making some dope music.
Mr. G, I agree with you, but they tried to cancel Kyrie. Shaking my head. Yes. Selah. Exactly.
They did.
Exactly. With that being said, we'll be back with another Music and Faith show hosted by me and my brother Rob. I guess that's all I got, man. We'll see y'all One Words tomorrow. Yeah.
Hey, facts.
You ain't lying, Hagan. Matter of fact, yeah. But before we get canceled for saying that, we gonna get on up out of here, man. I'm C-Micah.
I'm Robert D.
And we out.
Christ lives in us, so we gave us the strength, so we gave us the power.